On today's On Location, I'm here with good friend Marcus Quam. Haven't had a chance to fish with you open water for a couple years. We were overdue.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
COVID kind of put a hard cancel, a hard no on our typical springtime reunion in the boat. So this has been 2 full seasons since you and I have been able to get out on open water together.
Yeah.
So today we're about 30 minutes south and west of Webster. We're fishing one of the, I would imagine, it's a couple 1,000-acre lake over here. Water temps are in the mid-40s. We finally have all that cold weather behind us, I think.
I hope so.
Looking in the, at the forecast, everything now is 55 plus. What we found here today was just an absolute banger of a bite, which is so typical of South Dakota lakes this time of year. The spawn is just wrapping up. The males are just so tight to the shore. Super shallow water, 2, 3, 4 foot. If you love pitching jigs or throwing crankbaits, I don't know that there's a more consistent time of year or area to come fish if you're into that kind of thing. And I know you and I just love it.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of the best things about this area. You can count on it.
Every year. And the fish here are wired a little bit different. We'll talk about that in the show that will air this coming Sunday. They're just so much more aggressive than fish in a lot of different areas. We cover pretty much the entire walleye area of the United States, and these fish in South Dakota and North Dakota are just wired a little bit different, and in a way I really appreciate in that they love aggressive presentations. Today for us it was, we caught baits on 2 things. One was the 3-inch Largo shad. That's a storm plastic. And we were fishing that on a 1/4 ounce moon eye jig. And the size, the quality of the fish we were catching, I think we caught more fish 18 or 19 inches up than we did below that today. Yep. And oh man, were they aggressive. They were
full of it.
You threw a crankbait for a little bit, a jointed balsa, or BX minnow, excuse me. You caught a fish almost right away. But that jig and plastic was really hard to get away from. So the general approach for this bite, it's always the same. It doesn't matter if we fish this lake or a lake 30 miles in the other direction. You show up on one of these bodies of water, you head downwind, you find where the wind is crashing into the shoreline. You'd always want to have a little wave action that gets these fish cranked up. Yeah. And then we just relied on the electronics. You got on the bow mount, just kind of started to cruise parallel to the shorelines. Yeah. I'd say 75% of the shoreline we went past, there's no fish. But boy, when you found the spot, it was so obvious where you needed to fish. So if you're looking to get out in South Dakota, get in on one of these great bites, I mean, in your estimation, how long does this bite typically last?
It all depends on the temperatures, but I think we'll be able to do this at least for another month or so.
Because there's no weed growth yet.
No weeds.
The ice went off early and then it cooled right down. There's no weed growth that we found at all. So right now these fish really don't have much diversity as far as where they're going to stack up and try to feed. Once that weed growth comes up, they'll definitely shift to those new weeds, those new weed lines. And of course this jig and plastic bite or even crankbait bite is just phenomenal. So that'll usually take you almost into June, won't it? It
should. I mean, we've been sitting at the same water temps for about a month really. So
right. Well, the males that we caught, the average size was fantastic. They were still milting a little bit. I don't know that we caught one female today.
I don't think so.
A few pike, which, hey, you're in the Dakotas, that always happens. But for the most part, it was just from start to finish, great quality walleyes, cracking those jigs and plastics, which to me is, there's no better way to catch a walleye. No. So if you're looking to get out on a bite like this, you're looking for some information, look up Marcus Quam. He owns Real Therapy Guide Service. If you're looking to get out with him this summer, you better call quick. It's been hard for me for the last couple of years to find any time with you. So anybody that wants to get out with a great guy, great guide, make his phone ring. He'll put you on a great bunch of fish. So thanks for tuning in to this On Location. Look for the show this coming Sunday, 8 a.m. on Bally. It used to be Fox Sports North, now it's Bally. And of course, if you missed the show, we will air it here on YouTube. So thanks for sharing the boat with me today. I loved it.
Thanks for coming out.
I wish we could do it more. So thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time here on In Depth Outdoors.
In-depth outdoors on location, presented by Reed's Family Outdoor Outfitters. Reed's offers the best service, best price, best advice on all your favorite ice fishing gear. Guaranteed. Find them online at reedsports.com.